Everybody, hello and welcome back to For the Culture with Zack and Zack. And our, and our very special guest, the one and the only Tiffany J, also known to the world as Double D Mother, or known to the world as the host, owner, creator, purveyor of the Black Curate News. Double D, how are you, my love?
I am doing good. I'm so excited to be with you all tonight, honey, to spill some tea.
You know what? And that's what you do best, boo. That's what you do best. Zack, how are you this week? You have a big holiday coming up, right?
Yes, I am actually in the process of packing and getting ready for me a vacation that I need to take that's long overdue. Me and my partner is headed to Puerto Vallarta to hang out on the
You
beach.
say it's long overdue.
It is.
It seems like you vacation all the time.
You must be talking about yourself.
Touche. Puerto Vallarta, I'm certain is going to be an amazing time. So you know what? There's so much to talk about, and we're gonna jump right into it with the beginning. So what we do, Tiffany, is that every time we have the little show, we always do we have little segments, and we're gonna start off with our first segment, which is our culture conversation, and really wanting to let our audience know a little bit more about you and who you are, what you do, and why you do it. And so I know, to start off, I met you on TikTok. Like, your content was one of the very first creators. You're one of the first creators who I ever saw on the platform, that I ever followed. Why did you even get on TikTok in the first place?
Well, I tell everybody I got on TikTok during the pandemic because I was bored. Well, not because I was bored, but I didn't at that time, being a wife and a mother, I didn't have anything for myself. And I used to see people doing movies, like doing these remakes, and they was using TikTok to do it. So I got on the platform so that I could remake movies, because I think that I'm funny. I think that I can do that. So I went on there to do that. And I kind of did that for a couple of months, and I would post them. I wasn't getting any traction on TikTok. I would post them onto my Facebook, and all of my Facebook friends liked it. So I was kind of doing it for them. They would all make requests, and I would, do them. And then I got off, and then I got back on, and I did a couple of movies. And then Donald Trump, Frumpy Dump is what I call him, was doing a whole bunch of bull crap and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I really want to say something. So I did a little remake, but then I saw The Conscious Lead talking about Breonna Taylor. It was when the wanton endangerment charge came down. And he was just talking. And I was like, wait a minute. So people actually do this on TikTok? They actually talk about serious issues? So I talked. And that's kind of where how it kind of started with me, like talking. And then it kind of led over into what I do now, which is basically news and stuff like that.
The Black News, do you remember your first TikTok that just went viral?
Yes. It was Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova had introduced their kids line. Okay. And baby, when I tell you the way I told that story, it was no way people couldn't like it, honey. Because I put the little thing behind me and I started talking about, now look, I saw Fashion Nova was dropping a kids line. Now look, I'm thick. I don't wear Fashion Nova. However, I did scurry on over for my little girl because she in the 2T, 3T. I'm pretty sure she can fit something. And then I looked at these clothes. I was like, no, sorry, Bob, my baby won't be wearing these. So I put these clothes up there. People were seeing it, honey, and they was like, Fashion Nova has lost their mind. And I didn't even know anything about TikTok. I was getting nervous because people kept tagging Fashion Nova and all this kind of old stuff. And I was like, oh my God. And then it made it onto the shade room. I declare, honey, it was a disgrace. I knew my TikTok was going to be gone then. But
you shade room famous?
It went onto the shade room. It was horrible. It was horrible because I was scared. I was like, what? I didn't understand what that meant when people was tagging Fashion Nova. I didn't understand what was going to happen. Like, I thought I was going to be in trouble for talking badly about this company, honey. But, people did get in the side eye, and they pulled some of those clothes because they was a hot boo-boo shitty mess. Oops. I don't know if I can cuss on this show.
You can cuss on the show. You can cuss on the show. And that is the power of Black social media in doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
And a lot, me and Zack had this conversation. We do another program on Monday nights called The Five Guys on Live. And I had a tough talk with one of the cast members. It was kind of like old school Sonny and Megan McCain. And it was pretty tough because I'm a firm supporter of cancel culture, Black Twitter, wokeism, because that's our power in society. That's all we have. When someone, they don't care about our lives, but they care about our money. And so when Black Twitter was able to get Walmart to take a multi-million-dollar investment off the shelves because it was one, stolen from a Black woman, and two, ignorant as hell for Juneteenth, that was an argument because they were saying how much Walmart had supported the Black community. And then I wanted receipts, and then they threw out receipts. Now I'm saying those receipts are performative. So it was a good discussion. I'm thankful that you're on the platform. I'm thankful that you're there. There's been a lot of arguing around TikTok's silencing of Black creators and their desire to minimize our voices. Have you experienced that? And if you have or have not, do you still feel as though TikTok is a platform for the Black creator?
I have experienced, and I'm still experiencing TikTok suppressing my content. I was banned. I don't know if you remember, but I did get banned from the platform.
Girl, I made a TikTok for you. Remember,
yeah,
I
know.
I ain't got number 50,000 followers, but they're loyal. They're a loyal pride of Lions. We're a loyal army. So yeah, I made one.
Baby, TikTok, everybody showed up and showed out. It got me my account back about 3 days later, but it was horrible because I had this podcasting deal on the table with a podcasting network called GSMC Podcasting. And it was horrible because I did not know what was going to happen with this deal. Was it going to go away? Because I didn't have, at that time, I had about 250,000 followers. I didn't know if I was going to be able to market, because they were looking for me to market to my TikTok following, because at that time, I didn't have a big Facebook following either. I just developed them. I wouldn't say large, but it's a decent size Facebook following. So I have experienced it, and it is very sad. And we see it all
bigger. Are you doing where you can have subscribers on Facebook?
I have subscribers on Facebook now,
and where they can pay for the subscription.
Yes.
So yeah,
I have
we need to do that and get the Black News a bigger following.
Absolutely. I love my Facebook players. They really are. I find that Facebook has been a safer. People are gonna really think that I'm crazy for saying this, but my Facebook family that I have has become more of my safer place than TikTok. I do not get judged as much on my Facebook than I do on TikTok. Really? I don't know. I don't. They protect me. If somebody gets into my comments and they say something wrong to me, TikTok does the same. However, the Facebook has just been so different in the way I feel about Facebook, because I was scared to even get on it. And at first I was getting a lot of hate, but it's now calmed down and I've created a family over there. I got almost 30,000 followers on my Facebook page.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I built that up, and I don't even know how that happened. I ended up in the algorithm once with the Candace Owens video, and it just kind of flooded. It just kind of flooded crazy. And it takes a lot to get on the algorithm in Facebook. It's not like TikTok.
It's almost impossible. Like Facebook and to a certain extent Instagram, they really hide and monitor you on. I don't know who they promote, but it seems like it's so difficult to grow on those platforms.
It is. I really find myself now with Instagram, it's been really slow there. I got reposted by a few celebrities, so I kind of got a little bit of a push there. But with Facebook, for some odd reason, I got into that algorithm with a few of my Candace Owens videos. Like some of those videos hit over 1 million views. I had another video that I made that was about this little girl that was in Tennessee that I guess she was a runaway or something, and these hood guys actually beat this guy up who had taken her. And I made a video about this, and I got into the algorithm. That video got about 3 million views, but the family reached out to me and asked me to take it down because it was embarrassing to the little girl. So I did take it down. But
so like for me, a person who is not as social media savvy and not on TikTok yet.
No, he ain't.
Oh,
What
Zack.
would you how and yeah, I know you said you got into TikTok during the quarantine time. Like, what would make somebody like me want to get on TikTok? Like, I just I don't. It was different than Instagram and Facebook and
What?
Snapchat and like I don't know.
What would
Divine. I'm going back way back.
I feel like TikTok has an algorithm that can't be matched. I feel like TikTok puts you in the if you're looking to build a following,
Mhm.
TikTok is the way is where to start. If you have good things to talk about, if you have something that's going to reach people, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You can reach like right now, what's going on in Uvalde. If you get on there and talk about that, you're definitely going to get into the algorithm because that's what everybody's talking about. And
Mhm.
you're going to start picking up followers and you're going to be like, where's this coming from? And then these people you can shuffle these people over to your other platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's a slow process when trying to shuffle them over. However, it can happen. So I think TikTok is a good starter to create a starter way to creating a community, in my
Okay.
opinion, because you have a bigger reach than what you would have on, say, an Instagram and Facebook. Because, like we were saying, Facebook is hard as hell to get into the algorithm. But
Mhm.
TikTok, if you talk about something that everybody's talking about, they're gonna put it in there, especially if it gets a few likes and people start kind of looking at it. They're gonna put it in there. I'm
But
telling you.
you didn't do this to get into a big following or to
No,
become a viral sensation.
I did not.
And so how has your newfound um,
Don't do it. Don't say it.
celebrity
No, no,
how,
no, no.
how
No,
has
you're a TikTok celebrity. You're TikTok famous. Own
yeah
it,
like
Tiffany. Own it. Own it. It's who you are. Like,
Mhm.
look, like
how you on
seriously.
that?
Yeah, own it. Look at this. Like, let me make this big real quick. Let me look at this. You got, if you don't follow Double D Mother, you need to. You follow her on Instagram. You can, that's supposed to be your TikTok, but it's not. Follow her at Double D Mother on Instagram, Double D Mother on TikTok, and then on Facebook. I'm assuming, Tiffany, the subscription one is Double D Mother Blackberry News, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
You and you pay what? Is it $4.99 a month?
It's $4.99 a month. Now you can follow me for free, but you get exclusive content if you subscribe, and
And
that's
you,
really for
yeah,
supporters and stuff like that. But you can follow me for free, and I do news all day, every day. I mean, if you want to the
yeah.
news, I do all day, every day.
It's all day, every day, and it's
Yeah.
stuff that people actually need to know and care about. Like I saw the police response from Uvalde on your Instagram. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's popped up before I even saw the net. I was working, like I was deep in the work. I picked my phone up, I had the TV off, and boom, your post was there. And I'm like, what? The cops went in the damn school to save their
Their
children, and,
children. I
and
Yes.
it
just see
all
that
came from
foolishness.
you.
Yes. This has been, thank you, Candace. This has been one of the most traumatic experiences for me, aside from covering the trial for the murder of George Floyd.
Mhm.
Of course, we had Buffalo just a few weeks ago, but and that was traumatic in itself. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to take anything away from Buffalo, but covering this Uvalde and hearing what actually went on and this, in my opinion, almost like a cover up that
Mhm.
is essentially happened since then. It's been so traumatic and egregious to cover. And then you saw the teacher that passed away, and now her
The
husband
husband.
has passed away as
Mm.
well of a heart attack, which we call it the broken heart syndrome, because
Mhm.
he basically passed away from a broken heart. He had been with his wife for 24 years, married for 24 years, been with her since they were in the 8th grade. They known each other since they were in the 8th grade, and he passed away. This has been so traumatic, you all. I swear, it's horrible. I talked about every child. I don't know if you saw that video, but I did a video where I did
Yes.
memory for every
I saw.
every
I couldn't
child.
watch the whole video. I just
I know,
couldn't.
I
Now,
know.
when you come up, let me tell you what. When you come across my feed, and this goes to anybody watching who has a TikTok. If someone you actually know comes across your feed, watch the damn video. Watch the video and actually share the video or download the video. You can delete it later, but you need to do that to boost us in the algorithm so that we
Mm-hmm.
can grow. And I always do that when I see you. But with this one, I could not do it because it's just
Mm-hmm.
too heartbreaking. and I can't handle seeing the children and hearing their stories or hearing their parents, and it's too difficult. One thing that I want to say, and I literally just made content around it, and I posted it right before in my little break. You have on yesterday Governor Greg Abbott, Ted Cruz, and the racist mayor of Uvalde, who should not be mayor of a town that's 70% Hispanic, which I guess is neither here nor there, get up and say in the press conference that was interrupted by Beto O'Rourke, say that we need more police men in school. They're using this massacre as an opportunity to call for more police presence in schools. They're using this as an opportunity to try to lock down schools, despite the fact you can have a fire or something other than an active shooter that can trap children in a building. And to find out that while they're saying if there were more police present, we would have saved lives, to turn around today and find out that you had police on the scene within 5 minutes, that the majority of the children died after the police were there, and the police were in mass numbers standing outside fighting parents. You had parents trying to get in a building to save their children's lives, and the police would not let them in the building while gunfire was happening. It breaks my heart. Police isn't the answer. That's not to solve this. More police will not fix the problem, and that is proven by the Uvalde response, which is why they're covering it up, because they knew that people would know that and say that and become outraged.
Absolutely. Why would we have them tell a lie and say a resource officer was shot? There's no way that you could get this confused. There's no way that that should have ever been said. For you to say from the beginning, oh, the shooter actually approached a resource officer, shot the resource officer, and that's how they got into the school. Now, if this had actually happened, don't you think that they would have talked to that resource officer from the beginning? That was a lie, a blatant lie. There was no resource officer, and if there was, why are they covering it up that there was one there? If he got shot, he just got shot. You know what I'm saying? He survived the shooting, supposedly. They lied about this, but the big question is, why did you lie? Why are you doing this? That is the thing. Why are you doing this? What is the hidden agenda? As I told them earlier on my video, where I put that this situation seems completely sus. Why is it that in all shootings that have ever happened, investigations that have ever happened, you have never seen a governor come to the forefront within hours of a shooting to actually announce who the shooter was, actually give out more information than the investigator, than the chief of police, than the actual mayor of the town? Applehead Abbott, Greg Abbott, the governor, is actually at the forefront of this. It doesn't make any sense to me. He should have been briefed, and then he should have given a statement. Usually they give their little paper statements on Twitter, and then they come out and they make a statement either the same night or either the next day. But he was at the forefront. He gave out the identity of the shooter. He gave out the incorrect information. He said that it was 14 children and ended up going up to 19 children. Right. And then the next day he lied and said that Facebook, that the shooter actually posted on Facebook his intentions, that he was actually going to do, kill his grandmother and go into the school. That was a lie. He didn't post it publicly. Facebook had to come out and issue a statement and say, no, it wasn't public. It actually was a private messages between him and some female in Germany. That's what it was. A female that he had been talking to for, I believe, a few weeks or something. And they had been playing video games together or whatnot. This was private messages. Applehead Abbott has distorted this entire thing from the beginning, and it is egregious. I don't understand why it's happening, but
you know why. It's a political move.
Absolutely.
Explain to the audience, Zack, why it's a political move. Like, why would this be something that he would want to contort for his personal purposes? Or the ultimate, it's not even just for Applehead. It's for the entire Republican Party who sat here and approved for this young man to be able to buy an assault rifle in September. Explain it, Zack.
Solely because they've been in the news. I say, and Zack might differ from me, they're taking an L, kind of, with the abortion pieces that's happening. Because if you look at it, 80% of Americans don't want to do something about gun control, but also some agree with the women's rights to their bodies, and so they're rebranding themselves, and he's trying to make himself a hero in this. So when it comes, as we going through midterms, the Republicans was right on front line when they were announcing everything. We're not trying to take away your gun rights, but we want to make sure that people are safe. So we want more police in schools, and so that's what they're trying to. The message as
and this is 100. This is 100. This blood is on the hands of Texas Republicans. The fact that they took those bloody hands and they've been digging into the, NRA coffers to steal money or get money or whatever the case may be. This is their fault. They're liable. This kid bought this gun on his own.
Yes,
from
he did.
A second-hand gun salesman. This is legal and allowed in the state of Texas. This young man has the right to carry his gun, his assault rifle, all around as much as he wants to. This young man had the right to walk up in the school with the gun. And had he been stopped, he could have said they're violating his rights under Texas law. This is under the Abbott administration and under the Republican-controlled legislature of Texas. And you're right, Zach. Abbott wanted this to be a hero moment. He had that. Now, I'm watching his press conference, thinking to myself, I'm so disgusted because there are people, especially Republicans, who are going to believe this. They're going to be all about it. And thank God, a lot of people are mad at Beto O'Rourke for getting up there and interrupting it. It wasn't classy, it wasn't professional, and it wasn't appropriate, but it stole the moment.
Absolutely.
Applehead from being seen as Johnny Appleseed, American hero, and made him be the Applehead that we know him to be. And I'm thankful that Beto did it. And it makes me say,
too.
We need more Democrats like that.
Absolutely.
Joe Biden, stop being the forgetful moderate and get up and give us some action like that. That's what it takes to break apart and fight back against the tyranny of Republicans in America.
And call them out in front of everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that 100% that they do need to call him out openly. Hey, I applauded Beto because I felt like what he did, well, it may have been not very classy, but it was a necessary move in my opinion.
It wasn't time for class.
No, it wasn't. This ain't the time for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got 19 children that are deceased right now. This isn't the time for class, baby. We got to do some necessary action. And that is what he did. And I was very proud of him. I'm also going to say that, another narrative that I feel like the Applehead Abbott was probably disappointed that he wasn't able to say. As soon as they found out that this shooter's name was Salvador Ramos, I bet they wanted to say, oh, this is one of those illegals. This is one of those illegals from the other side. You know what I'm saying? They're coming over here. Yeah, that's what they were saying. But he had to clarify that he was a legal citizen. He had to go ahead and clarify that real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because if he did not do that, it was going to be a huge problem. This was a legal citizen that did this. But they wanted the narrative. As soon as Applehead Abbott heard Salvador Ramos, I'm pretty sure he was like, was he a legal citizen? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh, he did. He salivated. He wanted them to be an illegal immigrant. I'm not sure if you all heard, not a legal immigrant, but a migrant. I'm sure. I don't know if you all heard about what Candace Owens did yesterday. Where she
said that where she reposted the false accusation that this was a woman who just so happens to be trans who did it.
Yes. That was a narrative. Oh, I let her ass have it.
Your cousin did that, Zack.
Absolutely, and it pissed me off.
Let me tell you something. Which one of them is the big one? You got Diamond and Silk, the two raisins in milk. Which one of them? That's you. You up there? Okay, Silk. If Candace Coonsey is my cousin, then Silk in the milk is I know your sister, so I can't say she your sister, but she your best friend.
Okay,
your baby mama.
I declare, honey,
it was naturally. How about that?
I declare, honey, it was a disgrace. Candace always needed her tail kicked for what she did yesterday, and then she never. You know what,
Double D, that goes directly into the game of the night. This is how we do it. And so, viewers, we need your help right now because every episode of For the Culture, we have a game, and Candace is a part of the game.
Oh now, Lord!
If you listen to the Black Urine News, and which I always say, hey players, or if you follow Double D Muff on TikTok, you will know that she has a name like Applehead Abbott for every single person out there. And it is one of the things that makes her content so riveting and so catching and so well on brand. So tonight we're gonna play That's Not My Name. So I am going to show you a person, a political figure, and you are going to tell me, Tiffany and Zack, what would be the name, and the audience will pick the best name. Now, the challenge for you, Tiffany, will be you can't use a name you used before.
Okay.
Now, let me give a warm up because they may not know what I'm talking about.
Oh Lord.
So here's an example. We got okay. These are names that Tiffany has already come up with. Let's start off with the big man. What do you call him, Tiffany?
Talk about Frumpy Dump.
Not the big. No, the big man.
Fletty Cruz.
Fletty Cruz. So she calls Senator Ted Cruz. You said Freddie Cruz.
Fletty. Because he
fled the city. Why you call him Fletty?
Because
when he went off in the
when he left and went to Cancun when they was freezing in Texas.
And he was flooding, correct. Mm-hmm. Then who do we have next to him? We have a senator, then we have a congresswoman. What we call her?
Musted to the must pot Marjorie. So Musted Marjorie.
Marjorie. I like that. In every video that talks about Marjorie Taylor Greene, she always starts it off talking about Musty Marjorie. And then last, because he's not the big man anymore, you have a senator, you have a congresswoman, and you have a Florida retiree. Now, what do you call the Florida retiree?
Frumpy Dump.
The tank sniffer. The tank sniffer has become a viral sensation. You can literally buy a Frumpy Dump t-shirt from Double D Mother's website.
Really?
I love it. So that's tonight's game. That's not my name. You're going to both pick. I'm going to show you a person from this week in the news, and you're going to give me what you think their name should be. Are you ready to go?
Okay. Oh Lord, Hershel. Okay. I can't call him what I normally call him. Okay.
You got to give him a new name.
Let's see.
I think I have one.
What is it?
Have no clue, Hershel.
Have no clue, Hershel.
Okay.
See, no clue in them interviews, and I just sent you one recently, Zack. I was like,
I saw it. It went viral. So yeah, have no clue, Hershel.
Okay. That gum. What did he say? I gotta go with if I only had a brain, Hershel.
If I only had a brain, Hershel, I take a different approach, and I would say he won't know it, Walker. He won't know it, Walker, because he will not know it. This man this week literally said that to stop school shootings, he got to see it.
Yep. He also said that he wants a department that's going to look. Oh, that's a good one. He wants a department that will look at the males, that will look at the males that are looking at the women that are looking at social media.
I gotta do your freedoms.
Yeah, to protect your freedom. That's what he said. I gotta
say it one more time because you gotta break it down slow for the people like me. He said,
what did he say?
He said, in order to stop school shootings, he would like for them to create a department to look at the men that are looking at the women that are looking at social media. I swear to God.
Have no clue.
That was a good one. That was a good.
Okay. Those were all good. Audience, you gotta let us know who had the best, not me, but of Double D and Zack, which one of them had the best name for Hershel Walker? You had some time, drop it in the comments to let us know. Now we go over to the second one. We have 3 of these. Candace, who won? Because Candace is stuck on like what he did. Google it. I promise you.
It's there, I swear.
It's true. So then we go over to the next one, and it is.
Oh Lord. Can I just say what I call her normally?
You can.
Okay.
What you go with? What you call her?
I call her Ku Klux Candy.
I throw in the towel.
You know nobody can beat that, right?
I throw in the towel.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
I'm gonna try something. sorry, I
That's a
can't.
good one. Yeah, it's true.
He
You
was
can't beat that one. Ku Klux Candy is you can't beat that.
Clune Klux Candy. That is her name. I'm sorry. I won that one, Zach. I gotta take
You
that.
can't be beat.
I
Nobody
wave
can
the
beat. That's why
towel.
I said we can't use your name
Okay, okay.
because you want you. So really, I mean, you probably well. Let's just pretend like it's a tie.
Okay.
Like that's so good. That's what makes her content so amazing. Let's just pretend like it's tied 1-1, and here go the tiebreaker. You probably not ready for this one. You ain't expecting it.
Oh man, not AOC. I gotta come up with a nickname for her.
Because she be
Oh,
trying to obstruct Congress now.
I agree. She do. She
She's
look
holding up
talking
progress.
about look.
And here's the thing.
She need to stop with this Nancy Pelosi hate because she keeps. I agree
You're
with her
hurting
and
your
some of.
party.
Yeah, that's the problem with the Democrats, and I'm gonna say this really quickly that in the Democratic Party we have too many separate. There's too much separateness going on. We got the progressives, we got the liberals, we got the what is with the moderates and all this kind of stuff. We got all these separate things. This is the why we can't get nothing together because we got the progressives that want to vote against this. We got the moderates that want to go vote against this instead of them all voting together. And that's the reason why we can't get shit done is because this is the way that they're doing things. I don't like it at all. I think it's ridiculous because one thing you can say about the Republicans, they gonna stick behind. They're gonna stick together. They're gonna stick together every time. No matter if it's is that I'm gonna stick beside them every single time. And that's what they did with Frump and Dump every single time. I declare. What a disgrace. Okay, let me see. AOC. Shit. Shoot. I hate to do it like this, but oh God. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. Who was that? Candace won the game because I can't think of that.
I got one for you. Is Alexandria Obstruction Cortez. Because
I like that.
constantly obstructing the Democratic Party and their movement with her. Like again, yesterday, and this is what made me put her up there, right? Like I try hard. I do. I try so hard because I do appreciate her sound bites and her viral clips and the support she brings in from young people. But yesterday, while President Biden did something monumental that few people know about, we're going to talk about that in a moment. She gets out here and says that Democrats and Republicans are using this moment as politicizing. And it really pissed me off because and everyone who's saying that the gun control issue and all that's happening is a politicizing, you are wrong. You are wrong. That is not what's happening here. What is happening here is Democrats are using this moment to try to protect American citizens by pushing for gun control laws, and Republicans are scurrying and trying to backpedal when they've taken that away. The American people need to be educated about who has been fighting for their rights and who has been trying to fight for the rights of the NRA. And that's what is happening in this moment. Again, for her to say that, it pisses me off. Yep, I know she was a bartender in Queens, but this woman has a Ivy League education. She is marrying a very wealthy heir to her fortune. Girl, you aren't like us. You don't speak to us, and you don't represent us. So you need to keep your mouth closed because I know what your mouth is doing and who is doing it with.
I declare, honey, you telling the truth. AOC, you tripping. You tripping. She does a lot. She does a lot that she shouldn't be doing. And I just heard that the people were saying she needs to be Speaker of the House. She needs a lot, baby child. She'll burn that motherfucker. She will burn it down. You hear me? She will burn it down. She's not ready. She needs a lot more fine tuning.
With trying to put the shooting off on the young man being trans. I think that to say that Salvador was a woman who happened to be trans is like saying Madison Cawthorn was a woman who happens to be trans just because he wore a bra and decided to scooch on top of his cousin. So absolutely not. And I also picked Hershel because, as you know, he won't know it. Walker is the Republican nominee for the United States Senate to represent the state of Georgia, just like Musty Marjorie. And I am afraid that despite his lack of knowledge and preparedness, this man very well may be a senator in Georgia. Now, Tiffany, I watch your content and I saw you post about why did Musty win? Again, Musty won by a 70% margin.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Kemp,
Really?
the current governor, who is the third most evil governor in the United States of America, right behind DeSantis and Abbott. Abbott may have surpassed him this weekend. I don't know. I haven't decided who's worse. But number 3, Kemp's a solid 3. He won also by like 72% of the Republican vote.
Mm-hmm.
That means number 1, Marjorie she's gonna win by a landslide in November because that congressional district is gerrymandered for her.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I want to say, I think it's like 72% white, and it includes like our mountains, the Georgia mountains. It just is a Republican stronghold. There's no chance that Marcus Flowers is going to beat Marjorie. It's just not going to happen.
Now, I'm really giving them a chance. And the reason why I say that,
there's no way, Tiffany. I don't want to disappoint Americans, right? Like, I'm just
wait.
No way.
Zack is a pessimist.
I know. Look, what about this with the veterans? Like, why are you not looking at this and what she did with the veterans and what she continues to antagonize the veterans? That's going to be a big problem for her. That's going to be a big problem for her.
The demographics of the region aren't strong enough to fix it. Even when you have every veteran group, even like war heroes, if they went to that part of the state of Georgia,
you're right,
and they campaign on behalf of Marcus Flowers, a black man who wears a cowboy hat, who has a nice thick Southern accent, just like them, that's actually real and not fabricated like Brian Kemp's. Because I know that it may be real now, but that's not how that man talked 12 years ago.
Absolutely not.
That's not how Brian Kemp talked. It might, even with all of that, I'm telling you, that group of this state, no way they're not going to vote for the Republican if they vote. The only hope Walker will have, because there's not even enough like unregistered people of color, members of the LGBTQ community, women that can change the numbers in his favor. The demographics just aren't there in that part of the state.
You're right.
The only way he could win is if something happens to force those voters to piss them off and suppress the vote. And
I'm gonna tell you something though. Marcus, you know, I interviewed Marcus. Great candidate.
I love it.
Yeah, great candidate. He's got a little something too that's gonna come out in the Washington and Rachel that's gonna probably mess him up too. I ain't gonna talk about it here, but because I put it on my subscription page. But look, he's got a little something in his closet there that I know Musty Marjorie is gonna come out with it. It's gonna mess him up. It's gonna mess him up. But either way, you know, I'm still wishing him luck. Hey, he's out trying to do it. At least he tried. You know what I'm saying?
He needs to come out with it on his own because Marjorie Taylor Greene was able to take out her Republican opponent the first time with some secret in the midnight hour, and it was so bad the whole community made this man drop out of the race, and she won uncontested. Again, when you play dirty games with Republicans, you got to be dirty. You got to say 2 steps ahead of them. So that's what we have. In addition to that, people, I can't sound the alarm enough to say that Stacey Abrams is in danger and Raphael Warnock, they're in danger. I witnessed the level of mobilization of the Georgia Republican Party like I have never seen before. They were ready. Their voters came out. They have got Kelly Loeffler has a whole voter registration movement that people aren't talking about. Is strong. And while that's happening, Stacey's out here saying Georgia is the worst state in the United States. We're in danger. I do not, as of today, have any faith that Stacey's going to be our governor. And because it'll be down ballot voting, Warnock will be out. To this man.
Hershel, look, I've already said that I thought Hershel was going to win. I was giving Stacey a little bit, but Herschel's going to win it because Raphael Warnock barely won. You know, the Senate the special election. He barely won that one. And Hershel Walker, even though he's done as a box of rocks,
I have much faith in Georgians that they would not do that.
Stacey better get to work. She better do what she did before, because if she don't,
she's got to do a different strategy. And I think that's the part that's so hard to get people to understand. I literally went to Nikema Williams' victory party on the primary night, and I was there when they came, and I told her, I tried to tell her, I said which I could, and then finished telling, like, I guess some assistant, that they need to have a targeted focus on young people in the state, Gen Z voters, and get them involved, get them doing social media for them, get them fired up, because the concept of registering new voters, they're not in the state. Like everyone who can vote, we're registered. Georgia has there's no one left to register. You got to get people to turn out. And even and the problem is the Republicans are so fired up. Democrats are in the opposite place. They're so pissed off.
Yeah.
And so there's a level of education that needs to happen that's not happening.
Absolutely.
They need to be talking about how the $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill kept you from losing everything. They need to talk about how the infrastructure bill has given you more access to opportunity than you would have had. While you're looking at gas prices, you're pissed off about the increase in chicken wings. You need to be looking at the fact that nothing would be as good as it is now had we not had Democrats in power. And you have to keep it in power for what's coming next. And that's not happening. And it's not about, you're like more favoring Georgia voters. The demographics are the demographics are the demographics. In this state, the majority of people are not Democrat. In this state, the majority of people are not Black. You do not have enough people in the demographics of the state to matter. The message must matter. Stacey Abrams has to convince white women to vote for her. And they are notoriously known for not doing so.
Absolutely.
You can't
vote for you, Stacey. I'm with you, girl. And going right in that ballot.
55%. What was it? 55% of white women voted for Trump it up.
And he wanted to grab him by the kitty cat.
Exactly.
Do you think that's the right messaging? Because people are looking at right now. They're not looking at when they had that money that came out or whatever and it changed. They're looking at what's happening right now. Gas prices are high, chicken wings are high, and I need to feed my family because I am a stay-at-home mother. And so they're looking at right now.
But
so how do you speak to that message?
But Stacey Abrams is not in office right now. Who else? Raphael Warnock is. You know what I'm saying? It's Brian Kemp that's in control right now. Raphael Warnock is in office. And he's the one that actually voted for. He was actually the one that voted for Ketanji Brown Jackson, that deciding vote.
But you know that they're putting that on the Biden administration, and Stacey Abrams is connected to it. So you have to be careful with that. You can't put that on Brian Kemp. In the state of Georgia, these are things that people don't know who don't live here. Brian Kemp is, first off, running ads about he kept Georgia open, and that's why the economy is booming. And the Georgia economy is booming. In the state of Georgia, under the 4 years that Brian Kemp has been here, we have added a number of jobs for those who are well educated at Google. We have a brand new Mercedes-Benz industrial facility. We have Facebook has a headquarters here, as does Amazon. All of that happened under Brian Kemp. But get this, he added a brand new Rivian plant to the Augusta part of our state that will build electric car parts. And then he just announced last week that he's building a massive Hyundai plant going towards Savannah. Those economic moves are strong, and that's what matters here. Stacey needs a new strategy and a new message that resonates on giving this man credit for his economic progress and talking about the future, talking about how she's going to make it better, talking about I have the resources and the network to bring in better jobs, but not just better jobs, jobs of the future. She needs to take a page from the Obama playbook about hope, because
absolutely
isn't there, and that's the only chance she has. And
I can agree.
Needs to get the forgetful moderate to pass fucking student loan forgiveness.
Absolutely.
That's what it's gonna take.
Absolutely. And they need to, like I told people before, Biden is not going to be, if he decides to run again, he's not going to get reelected if he does not pass the George Floyd policing bill. If that doesn't happen, and if he doesn't do student loans, Black people aren't going to vote for his ass this time. I'm sorry, they're not going to do it.
He can't run again. I'm going to start a series of content that will be suppressed and not watched by anybody on TikTok.
He said he was. Look, he's been hitting at it. He said, what is he going to be? 80, what? 82?
Zachary Kirk is telling you, I won't allow it.
He is.
What did I? Not on my watch. Not on my watch, as Elanya said. Listen, I'm telling you, I done did my research. I have decided that the former governor of North Carolina, I have decided that possibly even that man in Colorado, is it Polis?
Oh no,
Is he
for
a
real?
homosexual? Is that the one that's the homosexual? He could be a possibility. I made my list of possible. Oh, old Gretchen. They tried to kidnap
Big
her.
Gretch,
Burn
big
her at the
baby. Now
stake.
look, now that's something I'll get behind, but she won't win though. You know
They
that, don't
tried to burn her at the stake. I am going to make my list, and I'm going to get on the TikTok, and 80 people will see it, and I'm going to fight hard to convince Joseph
Whoa.
Rolenberg. I don't know what's that name.
I don't know.
Rwanda. What's that? R stand for?
We're not. We're not. Yeah, that.
Joseph Robinette Biden to sit it down, take it to the home, as in nursing, and chill. And the F out, dude. It's over. You've done your part. You gotta let it go. He can't win.
Wait, when he announced his look, I'm coming back to the show. When he announced his that he's running again, Zack, look, this Zack up here, invite me back to the show because this Zack down here ain't gonna want me to come because I'm gonna be rubbing this shit all in his nose.
It ain't gonna
send me the invite.
I will, of course.
Timmy, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go hard on why Joe Biden needs to just chill and let the Democratic Party grow. I'm gonna hit it hard. You'll see. I'm ready.
But you would name Madam Vice President as a potential.
I am one of the biggest Kamala Harris fans in the world, but I'm also not stupid to the polls.
Thank you.
And I'm saying my dream ticket for Zachary Kirk would be Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg. But guess what? They don't have a snowball's chance in hell of beating Ron DeSantis, Applehead Abbott, or they won't win.
Or Freddie Cruz. Freddie Cruz wants to run for president. I think he's going to try to do it.
Now Biden could beat Freddie. Now Biden can stay if Freddie get it. Because for the forgetful moderate could beat Freddie Cruz.
What about old Haley? Haley might be running.
Haley Barber.
Nikki Haley from Florida.
Nikki, yeah.
No.
She was over when they found out her name was I'm not gonna say. I don't know how to say it.
If we want to throw our tickets, I'm gonna throw out my ticket. Well, John Ossoff. I would love to see him as president. I think he would be awesome. John Ossoff. Did you not see John Ossoff and the way he ran against David Perdue? Baby, tearing his ass up every second. He can do it.
Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, either one of them would be a great president, and their day may come after this election. But not yet.
Okay, I can say that, but that's my dream ticket, though. John Ossoff.
And who else?
I'm gonna put it with y'all. Gonna get mad at me when I say this, but I'm gonna say it.
Bernie.
No. Well, damn, I forgot Bernie. Shit, I love that man. Okay. Nikki Freed. I like Nikki Freed. Y'all don't like Nikki Freed from Florida?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a chance that
No, it's not. It's not a chance. That just would be my dream ticket. If I could pick a ticket,
I'll tell you from having met them both and seeing them together at the same time, there was no magic like the Raphael Warnock, John Ossoff magic.
It was because they were like good cop and bad cop. Like John. It was a beautiful thing. Now Raphael Warnock, he, like I said, for him to win this ticket, to at least try to win this one that he's on now, he's gonna have to get dirty because John Ossoff was getting dirty for him. John Ossoff fought that battle for him last time. It was like the Good Reverend and John Ossoff. That's what it was. That's what I was calling him, the Good Reverend Raphael Warnock, because he was so sweet and kind and he didn't get dirty. But John Ossoff will hit you in the jugular every time, baby. Called what he called Kelly Loeffler. Her name for me was Lifestyles of the Rich and Classless Loeffler. That was her name, but I forgot. I think he called her racist or something like that. This shit was funny.
It was well done. I would love to see both of them. To me, that would be another dream ticket. But one thing, Ossoff and Warnock running again together to be president and vice president. I know it's not,
Well, I would say mine would be Vice President Kamala. And then I'm gonna throw a ranch in there because you all probably don't know this person, but he's doing magnificent things. He's an up and coming like Pete. His name is Toby Barker. He's in Mississippi. He's the mayor of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. He was a state senator from Mississippi. He was a Republican, but he's independent now. And he has a lot of black votes, a lot of white, and because of his stance on stuff. And so I would say look him up. Look, no, he white. Look him up.
So you gonna put out somebody who we don't know, dog? We don't know that man.
Who was a Republican?
But think about it. But think about it. A lot of people will vote for people they don't know.
You're right about that.
Because the other people they tired of politics. People playing politics.
I can agree with that.
Is as big as my living room.
His what?
Hattiesburg, Mississippi is as big as my living room.
I declare, honey, you didn't have to go there, Zack.
Well, what about South Bend, Indiana?
It's as big as the room I'm in right now.
Exactly. So I'm like,
I got one for y'all. Do y'all know Gary Chambers, Louisiana?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Look. He don't have a chance. I'm telling you, he don't have a chance to win. But that's a paragon right there, big baby. You haven't seen. He's a paragon.
I donated to Gary Chambers. I know he's not gonna win, but I donated to him on principle.
Yeah. He's awesome. I've been bugging him on every video he make. I'm trying to get him. I want to interview with him. I'm in Louisiana. He better break his ass on. I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him.
Get the exclusive content for the Black Real News. One thing that we also do every week is we do This Week in the Culture. We've talked a lot about the current events, but we got a few other events, and here's one of them, and it's this right here that happened. That's Beto O'Rourke. Beto O'Rourke interrupted the press conference, and the mayor of Uvalde called him a sick son of a bean. What do you think this is going to help or hurt Beto O'Rourke as he now runs against Applehead Abbott to be the governor of Texas?
Help him. That ain't gonna do nothing but help him, baby. That ain't gonna do nothing but help him. I don't think it's gonna hurt him at all. It's gonna help him because he did a very good thing. People are angry about what happened at that school. People are angry. They don't want to see this placating that Applehead Abbott, especially now that we found out a lot of lies has come out of there. You see what I'm saying? Now people are angry today. Now people are like, okay, I see why Beto did what he did yesterday, because all of these lies and all this stuff, we don't need this placating right now. What we need is the truth. We need to find a solution to this. We got 19 dead babies. However, I'm going to say that back when Sandy Hook happened, when President Obama stood in that Rose Garden and he had tears running down his eyes, and he was trying to appeal to Republicans to say, look, we got 26 dead babies, pass some stricter gun laws. They would not freaking do it. So and these were 26, and I'm just gonna keep it a stack with you. This is 26 white babies. These are 19 Hispanics. What's gonna change it?
I think it was a couple white.
Well, yeah, a couple white.
But they're not going to, they're not going to do anything. They're going
absolutely nothing.
And they already had a strategy launched. That's why Mitch McConnell sent, John Corny John, sent him. He's going to work with the Democrats. He's going to work with Sinema, and they're going to do some bipartisan. No, they're not. You're saying that just so you can come around and say, we tried to make a deal with the Democrats, and they didn't want to do any work with us. That's what Moscow Mitch will say.
That's what they did with the George Floyd policing bill. They sent Tim Scott and Cory Booker off into a room knowing damn well they weren't going to get nothing solved. And look at what happened. We hear 2 years later, and that bill is still sitting collecting dust on the desk. 6 months ago, you tell us y'all could come to an impasse, and then y'all ain't worked on it since. And then we get an executive order for President Biden that wasn't worth the paper that he was printed on, because soon as the next Republican president gets into office, they're going to snatch that piece of paper and throw it on the desk and say, we're getting rid of this executive order. I declare, honey, it was I'm so sorry.
That is the second thing in This Week in the Culture. As you know, that while the world mourned the loss of the massacre, you had another word for it. It was. I'm saying the Uvalde massacre. I think you called it something else, but it was tragedy. Uvalde tragedy. I mean, again, it was on that same day. That actually was Yesterday was the 20th anniversary, the second year anniversary of the loss of George Floyd. And on this, President Biden signed into law with his baby right there in the center, a number of our Black congressional leaders around, Al Sharpton, I think maybe Ben Crump was there. He signed in his version of the George Floyd Policing Act via executive order for federal police officers. Now, Tiffany, it wasn't enough, but it's all that he could do at the moment. We need the George Floyd Policing Act to pass, but we do not have the votes. We will not have the votes until we get 4 new Democratic senators elected. We have to take out Sinema and Manchin. We got to get 2 for them and then 2 extra so that we have a majority in Congress and can stop the filibuster. And then from 2022 to 2024, pass the George Floyd Policing Act, forgive student loans that are there, and ensure a Democrat can maintain control of the White House.
And the Voting Rights Act from.
Oh yeah.
And the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Mm-hmm. It has to happen, but it can't happen yet because we don't have the votes.
Yeah, I understand we don't have the votes, but still, don't placate to me. And I feel like what he did yesterday was placating, baby. Don't give me something that ain't worth the paper that it was printed on, because it only affects federal police officers. This ain't doing nothing for Jalen Randall down in Florida that was just killed by police on April 27th of 2022. That's not that didn't do nothing for us.
So this is performative. So you think this is a performative act by?
I feel like it wasn't worth the paper that it was printed on. I'm not saying that President Biden didn't have good intentions when he did it, but in my opinion, when you do an executive order, it's nothing. It is absolutely nothing, because the next president, the next Republican president can take that and he can rip that up and hey, it's done. We're done with
that's gonna happen.
You know, President Biden came in and signed 22 executive orders on the first day. You know what I'm saying? 22 executive orders on the first day. The only thing that he has backed of those 22 executive orders with actual legislation was the Asian hate crime bill. You remember he did the legislation. He had an executive order for that, and then he came back and backed it up with actual legislation that they pushed through and had that come through in a couple of weeks. And we're still waiting on hate crime legislation for Black people. Don't get me started on that, y'all. I'll be going all night now, and I can't do this on my own stuff because people won't like it.
It's coming.
We're going to have her back.
We need to do it on a regular basis. We need to get hopefully soon. TikTok and Instagram will allow subscriptions, and we can do live subscriptions and then garner subscription and then do high quality lives too. Because on your Facebook, can you do lives that's exclusive?
I can do paid lives. I've never done one before. Look, y'all. I'm flying by the seat of my own pants. I go live once a week on Wednesdays when I record my podcast. That's it. I never ever do it.
Thank you, really can bring in a lot of money.
Bring her back, Candace.
I know. I don't have the time. Yeah. Like Zack, I work a full-time job. I got these 2 babies. You know, I don't have the time. I'm like, when I get off of here right now, I got to go make like 3 or 4 videos. Like, because I haven't talked about anything but Uvalde today. And there's been frumpy dump stuff that's happened. You know, I got to kind of keep
the viewers they expect it.
Yeah, and I am maintaining. I have a Twitter account, but I only have about 2,000 followers on there. But I don't really use that. I just kind of research on it. So don't go follow me because I don't put shit on there. But anyway, and then I got the Instagram, the Facebook, I have my TikTok. I got a lot going on, and I don't have the time. And people are demanding of me and my time. And 2 babies. And my husband works 12, 14-hour days. I'm tired.
And and it's rare, it's really rare for a content creator who has your numbers to also work a full-time job. But I think, I'm with you. I only got 50,000, but I'm working my full-time job, and it's the priority. And I don't, because again, this creator economy is a moment, and I don't know how long that moment will last because of where the economy may go.
Let me explain something to you. If this had been like this time last year, where I was like, before, I could generate a whole bunch of income from just people. You know what I mean? But I could not, even though I got these numbers and I make a little bit here or there, make money on my Facebook and TikTok or whatever, I could never leave my job and depend on that, because those platforms can be taken away from you. You know what I'm saying? We don't own them. I don't own that. You know what I'm saying? I have it, but I don't own it. And until I could get into a position to where I could save a whole lot from what I'm making, you know what I'm saying, to put away so that I can. Because if I could actually devote a lot more time to my Facebook page and put out more content, I can make more than probably what I'm making on my job. However, I just don't freaking trust it. So I still got to work my job, honey, and I squeeze it in when I can. I'm scared. I'm scared to do it. My husband was talking to me about it the other day. He was like, you probably need to, take that leap. And I'm like, I can't take that leap right now. I'm scared, baby. I need my insurance.
Let's talk about the leap just for a brief moment because this is what I would do if I had 400,000 faithful followers that are just real, loyal, and love you. I would probably begin the process of crowdfunding for the Black Year News to be a website that is bigger, that offers pages, like that could be the sourcing, right?
Right.
And I wouldn't spend my money, but you can get you crowdfund. You set up what was a website that used to be the big crowdfunding website back in the day?
Crowdsource. Something like
that.
It was a word. It was crowdsourced. It wasn't GoFundMe, but it was a version of GoFundMe for projects. Crowdfund for that. You ask every follower. You have 400,000 followers. If every follower that is faithful and loyal, you only gave you $5 in your crowdfund, which they're already giving you for the Black Year News now.
Yeah.
They gave you just $5 one-time donation. And imagine the people that love you and the value of the work, right? Like me supporting you is not about knowing you. It was about the service that you are doing to the Black community to educate them on the issues that the news isn't giving. That was all it took for me to say, I am in her corner. When she comes to me and she says, I'm going to do that because her service to the community is big. I have to ensure it continues. You get out there and say, look, I need donations. You may be surprised at the number of celebrities, the number of, politicians, at the number of people that will pour into making the Black Year News America's #1 go-to source for Black news.
But Zack, when am I gonna have the damn time? I don't have the time.
Once you raise the money,
okay.
Once you raise the money, and you said I need $500,000 to do this. You have $100,000 to live off of for 1 year. That lets you quit your job and build this network, this online platform.
You don't know her budget. She might make more than $100,000.
No.
Let me tell you what you got to do in life is you got to sacrifice. We can all make it on $100,000 in a down year. We can make it. My mama, God rest my baby soul, she made it on a whole lot less work in her factory.
Was your mama paying $2,000 a month for daycare? No.
Well, no. But let me tell you, I hate to say, we got to put DJ. We want to put him in that daycare that have like the Sesame Street figures that be deformed, looking like Big Bird beak like this.
Don't play with my son now. Don't fake on my son.
We're not gonna put DJ in that daycare.
Absolutely not, baby. He be that toe that burn that motherfucker down.
You don't need daycare anymore when you're at home building a business.
And if I'm at home. Listen, no, I do need the daycare because they got to get the hell out of the house so I can do the work. I can't do the work.
I know. I've seen the videos. I've seen him. He's gonna be with his mama. I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out because I got my Black Year News, and look, I started off so strong, y'all. I did the blackyearnews.com. I was typing out my stories and stuff, and I was using them to do my videos. It lasted about 2 or 3 weeks, and I haven't written a story since then, y'all. I'm telling you, I am freaking swamped.
No, you don't have to write this. To me, like I would say, again, you build up for the year. Right now, to me, what I would be doing is I would take 30 minutes a day only to just simply start writing out the plan that would go on the crowdfunding website to say, this is what I want to create. And it doesn't have to be beautiful, elaborate, any of that stuff because you already have the audience. Some people go on there and they don't have any following, no supporters, and they have to do like videos and all this stuff saying, give me money. People are going to give you money just because you ask and they love you. But you're going to use that as seed money to build out the whatever it is. It may not be the Black Year News, whatever you want it to be.
So you think You think that my raunchy news could actually do something other than what it's doing now? Because it's kind of raunchy. Zach up
Baby,
here.
I
I'm
love
telling you,
it.
listen to that raunchy news. You got to listen to it, honey.
It's amazing.
I'm,
Tiffany, yeah.
I'm about to join. I'm about to go on TikTok and
No,
follow
I'm
you.
not someone, and Zach, I mean, I'm not someone who tells someone an idea is good. Like, I mean, shit, I'm a pretty hard person. I
He
am a pretty
is.
hard person.
I can agree.
And I don't believe in everybody. I don't even. Some of the people that you like probably I don't like them. Some of those
Mm-hmm.
creators that people love to death. Some of the ones I never liked that found. People start like you realize why they weren't likable. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like that stuff. I'm not that
Mm-hmm.
kind of person. But I know a good idea when I see a good idea. I know it. We don't have what you have in the. There's room for it. We don't have the Black News Channel was never real in the first place because it was run by Julius Caesar Watts.
I
Okay, it
declare,
was
honey.
never real.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we used to have things like the Root. The most realest thing that we have right now. I mean, I don't know if you listen to the Read. I'm not even a big fan of their brand and their style, but they're making millions of dollars from that one podcast a year. Millionaires because of a
Mm-hmm.
podcast. So when I hear the Black News, I see it's equivalent, in my opinion, to the Read, except it's factual because you built a brand on being honest and being researched. And that's the difference. And is it funny? I don't think it's raunchy. I think it's funny. And you have to be funny to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I see you doing the Black News, building this website, not writing articles. You can outsource that when you get the money. Pay someone to do that. Get you a little
Mm-hmm.
team of young women journalists who are in college or right out of college. Pay them to do that. You make your videos. That's where you shine. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You can slowly migrate people. You can only see my videos on the Black News. Then you can do your weekly news program on the Black News. Everything that you're putting on YouTube becomes only exclusive to the Black News. It's free on the webpage to draw your traffic, to get you your sponsorships and advertisements. Then you're selling your merch, which you already have. You already do that. That's one stream of income. But now you're going to be booked to do speaking engagements at a national level because you're funny as hell. And people are going to laugh at your material. Okay. And something like I know for me, like as a keynoter, I'm not going to just necessarily get up there and give you a comedy show, but I'm going to do interviews and do stuff like this impromptu because that's my style. You have a similar style. You're going to kill it. That is how you become a millionaire.
All right, Zach. Now you just look at it. Just boosted me up, got me over here
I
blushing. You
know.
see my cheek? You see my cheeks? They rose over here. Thank you, Zach. I really appreciate it. I done held y'all up. Thank you so much.
Look at
Oh, you're
that.
right for me, Lydia. Hit me up if you're right for me because
Lydia
I
is
need a right.
a bona fide journalist here in Atlanta. A former, she's not even former. She's forever one of my Zack's kids, Kirk's kids. One of my perfect tens from the
Oh,
graduating class of '08. I was her teacher, and her class was known as the perfect tens because they were
oh.
such a beautiful young women with style, class, and grace. And I ain't gonna lie to you, they had money. The perfect tens had money. They were a little elite. They were a little exclusive. They were a little elite. But here's the thing with Lydia, like again, she's like I'll write for you. She's a real journalist. Like she has a degree in journalism. She writes for a number of news sources and magazines right here in Atlanta. Tiffany, people are gonna follow you and support you, and they're gonna build it up. Zach, I know you gotta go.
Yeah.
Zach said he got a pack for Puerto Vallarta.
Mm-hmm.
The
So he
last
can go
thing,
up there and be hot and fast. That's what he about to do. Be hot
yeah,
and fast.
you're right. The last thing, he's showing you that wedding ring.
It's hot
I
and
ain't
fast.
got one. I
We
ain't
gonna
got
get. We
one.
gonna get. We gonna get you one. Don't
I
worry.
don't believe you are. We gonna see. The last thing that we do every episode, and Lydia, I am gonna connect you guys. I'm gonna send that email connecting you, just like you connected me to the hat maker. Zach Thomas, I promise you, is gonna buy some hats from the hat man. He's a phenomenal black hat artist, beautiful hats. My head too big for a hat, but I know you're gonna buy them because you wear them hats. Listen, the last thing that we do every episode is we talk about the products that we love. Zach Thomas, what is the product you got for the week?
Oh,
You ain't got nothing. You didn't do your homework.
I actually do have a product that I love, and don't you judge me.
I'm going to.
It is called Black Smoke. For the hookah people, it is non-nicotine, non-tobacco. It's black owned. He's
Okay.
out of Louisiana, actually, and it's actually a good product. A lot of celebrities have been endorsing it. I have also been purchasing several of the products, but it's non-nicotine, non-tobacco, no headache after you smoke hookah and stuff.
Help me
It's good.
understand. Okay, wait a minute. So it's because I'm anti-hookah because of all the nicotine and how it can damage your
Exactly.
lung. So what do you mean? How is it hookah? It has
It's
no
fruit.
nicotine.
It's fruits and
So
and
you
vape
smoking
like
dried fruit.
yes, pretty much. And it's good and it tastes like the fruit that you, but it's healthy,
I need to go
healthier.
get. I got to keep talking. I got to get my product. Hold on, I got my product.
Get your product.
But black smoke is one of the products that I recommend. Um, and definitely, I've
Where do you get
actually
it
got
from?
several people onto it now.
Where do you get it from?
You can order it online. Black Smoke is BLAKK Smoke. Um, and definitely you can go to the Instagram page.
Oh,
Um,
we'll reach out to them and see, one, do they want to sponsor one of our shows or sponsor an event? Because that could be a whole event. We
yeah,
could
for those,
have,
and then, you know, like hookah has become a big thing, and I think this is one of the things. It's like I said, non-nicotine, no tobacco.
this could be an event. I could have a Black Smoke event. I was going to have a campaign event for Renita Shannon for Lieutenant Governor, and I was gonna do like craft cocktails, but she didn't make the runoff, so uh, that's a wrap. Tiffany went and got her product. Tiffany,
Yes,
the
I
product
did.
she loves.
Okay, this is the product I love. Now, everybody know I'm from Louisiana, right? Okay, so I'm from Louisiana. What we eat in Louisiana? Crawfish, right?
Crawfish.
Okay, so this is a crawfish platter, y'all. What is this on? Oh, don't worry about that. This is a crawfish platter. Now, y'all see this? It's got a little hole where you can put your beer, and it's got two little things you can put your little sauces in. But over here on the side, it actually holds a paper towels. So it's a paper towel holder that hangs on the side, y'all. This is for $4.99 on academy.com. You just put in crawfish platter, and this is gonna come up. $4.99 for this. And
And
you
you
put
put
your
your
crawfish.
trash bag on the other side. I
Yeah,
see.
you put your trash bag on the other side, and then on this side, it's got little clips, and you stick it in there, and you can have your paper towels hanging out the side, have your crawfish on there. You can eat chicken wings on here. You can have your little nacho, whatever you want. But this is for me because it's for crawfish.
I
I'm telling
love
you,
my
this is
crawfish.
bomb.
Do
This is
people
bomb.
drink beer with crawfish?
Absolutely, you drink beer with crawfish. You
That's
have
what you're supposed to drink with a beer.
you can do daiquiris. You can do the
Mm-mm.
go to the
Yeah.
drive-through and get the daiquiris. But this right here, I'm telling you, this is worth the money. Because and then wait, one more thing. You see these little holes right here on the back, right there. It easily fits on your legs.
Oh
It's
wow.
everything. This is my product. I'm telling you.
And
Okay.
it was $4.99.
$4.99 at Academy. It's on sale, and I'm telling you, the players on TikTok them damn near bought them up because baby, they was running and getting them things. I'm telling you, everything go. Don't y'all like that? Come on now, just tell the truth. That was good, wasn't it?
It
Come
was
on,
really, yeah, it is good.
y'all don't give a care.
No, I
No,
thought
I love crawfish. That's good.
no, he
Yeah.
loves crawfish. He loves crawfish.
See?
I don't like to. You have to have the crawfish out in the food. I can't do it.
Mm-mm.
I declare, honey.
Yeah,
You need to.
I'm from Mississippi, and we have mud bugs naturally occurring where I'm from too. Uh-uh. I
Look,
won't eat them.
it's time to go. Don't dog the crawfish. All right. Well, I'm
No,
gonna
I
talk to
just
y'all
for
later.
me growing up, I wasn't gonna eat them roaches. We had plenty of them in the country. Everybody ate them. I mean, literally, you can go and you scoop them up out the mud, out there by the
Out the mud,
pond.
yes. Out the creek in the back.
So
And
yeah,
Out the creek in the
and you
back.
guys call them crawfish in Louisiana. I think maybe Arkansas somewhere they're the crawdads, but in Mississippi they're
Mhm.
mud bugs.
mud
But
bugs, yes.
Mhm.
So this is Tiffany. This is what I want to say. Tiffany has an amazing husband. You just heard that he sits up here and works 12-hour shifts. Zack Thomas has a fiance. They are the proud parents. What's the name of that French bulldog?
Oh Lord.
Harlem.
Oscar.
Oh.
Oscar the dog.
Harlem.
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 you know, these people have Father's Day coming up. And every year, Tiffany, every year, women like you, when it's Mother's Day, you know your husband may not be the best gift giver. So you literally tell him, baby, I want this, this, and this, and he gets it. Because he don't want no problems, he don't want no issues, he don't want no drama. On a regular day, you know, you go into the mall, you're gonna buy your own bag, maybe $200 you'll spend. But on Mother's Day, your husband better have that $900 Birkin ready to go, or whatever the bag may be. But then a month later,
comes a tyrant.
Here comes Father's Day. Okay, a month later, here comes Father's Day. And what do you do, Tiffany? And the mothers like you is you go to the Walmart and you give your husband a new tie. Look, your husband don't even gotta wear no tie no more to work because they work from home, or they're being more comfortable in the pandemic because of the COVID-19 pounds. And guess what? You ain't going to church no more either because you watching TD Jakes and the baby stealing Cora online these days. That's what you're doing. So why are you getting him a tie? And that's a good case example. A bad case example is you buying that man a flannel shirt, an itchy robe, or heaven forbid, more
a pair of socks. A pair of socks.
Right. So I went ahead and put on the 3+1 Media website the following Father's Day gift guide for me.
Oh, wonderful.
That's right. Let me briefly tell you what you can do. Now, the first thing that what I recommend is men need to have very good oral hygiene. And the simple Colgate toothbrush that is $2 for one brush, $3 for two isn't going to cut it. Mm-hmm. We have the Aquasonic Ultra Whitening Toothbrush that you can buy your father or your husband or your baby daddy right there, LinkedIn, click it, the Amazon goes to it. You got your man wearing these cargo shorts because he has to carry keys, baby wipes. He got to have, sometimes he'll have his Axe deodorant spray in there because that's what the daddies want to have in their cargo shorts. You don't have to have that man do all that, be walking around jangling. He can now get the sling crossbody backpack and be stylish and fashionable. No, it's not a Merce, it's a backpack, but it's a very fashionable backpack for your fathers. Every black man in America needs to have their own set of Andes clippers. Now, I know that many of you already have that, but if you have any man in your life who doesn't have his own set of the Andes clippers, get it. It's the T-liner as well as the clippers, so he can scape his face and scape his man when it needs to be manscaped.
Okay.
The last thing that we have for every man who needs for Father's Day or whatever the case may be, it's a skincare routine. Look, y'all can't let these men continuously walk around not taking care of their skin and graduated 10 years ago and look like they graduated 30 years ago. That can be fixed and resolved with a high quality skincare routine. And I found in LinkedIn here, because a lot of men, I use Ola Olay. I use Ola Olay because my great-grandmother, grandmother, and mother always use Ola Olay. Works for my skin, does wonders for me. But most men are not going to use Olive Olay or Neutrogena or any of these products because they think of them as women's products. So I found for the men the butter skin care line called Melanin Rich Skin for Men. This is made by a black man who makes it named Dorian. It's an extremely popular brand. It's like tested research, a good product. And if you have very little money to spend this year and you only have budgeted $10 for the Walmart tie, instead of that Walmart tie at the $10 discount rate, get that man some shower steamers with essential oils. These are shower packs, and it's meant to be used not on Father's Day, not just with the father, but by father and mother. Put them babies to bed, get up in that shower, steam it up so that you can move from the bathroom to the bedroom and make it the best Father's Day ever.
I love it here. I'm gonna do the clipper thing for sure.
He don't have those yet.
We don't have those, no. And he cuts his own hair and cuts the baby's hair. So
you gotta get him those. They're gonna. Don't you agree, Zack? Those are the best. The best.
Yes, I get a new pair every year because I don't know how to take care of them.
I'm
But
on.
yes.
So, but you don't have to get a new pair. I'm sure your
You
husband
don't.
is a very handy man if he's able to do that. So he would know how to change the blade. Because all you have to
Blades
do
and
is
oil
buy
them
like a
and
$10
stuff, yeah.
blade. I don't know how to change a blade either.
Me
And
neither.
so I get but I don't get a new pair every year. Mine have lasted for like about 5 years. What you doing to your blades?
Mowing the
Good night.
lawn. Get out that man business.
He mowing the lawn for real. I ain't never seen no lawn like that, and I surely don't want to. Everybody, thank you guys for joining. Zach, be safe. Tiffany, thank you so much
Yes,
for taking
thank
time.
you.
You're going to get an email from our staff writer, Danny. She is an intern, does a great job for me, and she's going to give you some questions for the website. So check out the website. You'll see kind of what'll be. It'll be easy, but build it in. When you get time. Love you both. Love you all.
Thank
See you
you.
next
Love
week.
you, baby. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.